Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Delightful Creations. I'm Amber, and today I'm back. I wanted to give you an update of what I did throughout the whole summer. Okay, so I was upstairs. I didn't have my sewing machine. I didn't have most of my craft supplies, but I still wanted to be creative and find moments where I could make things to come for the future and for the journals to come. So I went ahead and I ended up making journal signatures. Now this particular set I've pulled out special because it is rainbow ordered from red to purple. It will be a 6 signature journal, I have decided. And there are 10 pages in each signature. So it's going to be a monster. There's no sewing, of course. Let's see here. They are 8.5 by 5.5. And this was my favorite of what I actually made. I made 46 signatures and they all have very similar pages. So this is obviously the red one. And there's just little pops of red throughout, nothing crazy. Each journal has really thin washi because I have some thin washi that I can't stand. So there are random thin washies. Each journal also has a fun punched corner on one page and also some stenciling. And that is for the entire 46 signatures. So that's 460 pages that I've put together. See, there's some washi. This was washi that I was trying to use up, and there's my red flowers. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all of them and flip through them, but you get the idea. We have a nice base to begin. And so these ones are going to be one journal, like I said. I thought that would be fun to make a rainbow journal. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to show you my little box here that my son made for me that I just cleaned out and decided to put these in. He made it for me a long time ago. And we'll take out this stack here. This is all rainbow. And so I just went through my scrapbook papers and I used one pad mainly for the colors. And then I used a different pad for the neutrals. And so you can see it looks so pretty. It just looks so pretty. I was like, I have all these boho papers left and I didn't use any of those in here because I still need to make the tiny ones. These ones aren't as, like, you think that's going to be red, but really, it's just really mild. So there's just a tiny bit of red. I mean, I don't really care for red, honestly. So I didn't want to go overboard, and it's just neutral stenciling. This one has a belly band, and so some pages have built-in pockets or belly bands or other things, elements added to them because I had them ready. And I have a pocket envelope, flip down, pocket, flip down. And so that I just found time to collage and create. That is a window, junk mail envelope, and the stenciling, a little bit of a cluster on the edge, and I just had fun pulling out papers. And so you can see this one is a little bit more decorated, right? Okay, so those are my color stack. Love that. And then these are my neutral signatures. So I can just go ahead and make journals. Isn't that so exciting? Like, I'm so excited for this project because it's gonna go so quick and I'll be able to just like smash them out, which is great. And I get to decide if I want to use, like, this one is a different paper pad. This is a texture. And I think it's the only one like this. So let's just have a quick peek in this one. Ooh, it looks fun already. So I've got texture and then some music. This is a digital. Now these ones don't necessarily follow the same pattern of the stenciling, but I do see some washi tape right there. That is a digital that I printed. Here's a big pocket with some stenciling. I guess they do have the same thing. Ooh, pretty little floral there. This I've had in my stash for a long time. It's one of the first pockets I sewed on a page. And then dictionary page. And then I pulled in some calendar pages, like pages that I'm like, you kind of have to have a journal. Here's a flip out that will accommodate the randomness. This big belly band, another big pocket here. Yeah, and that's what I did. So I had a ton of fun making all of these. I mean, there's just, I mean, yeah, look at these. Gorgeous covers. All on the same paper pad. This is a little bit different. This one's the same as this one. Some of them are thicker. This one feels like it has some sewing in there. Aha, yep. So this was a page that I sewed together with some brown. It's got a map. Ooh, it's got a rose on the other side. It's got green. It's got that red. This one's kind of a red journal. Ooh, it's a little washi down there. Coloring page, copy dye paper, dictionary paper. And this is a book page that I folded up into a pocket. So they all still need their sewing done. And here is the washi. How fun is that? Oh, you can't see the top. There's some at the top up there. Okay, you get the idea. So I made 46 journal signatures. Yes, I've been busy. And I found it to be really relaxing to just pull out some papers and assemble them and decide their order and have fun. And I left it so that I could add a doily or something fun, some fun papers if I should feel it needs it. Also, I made a couple other signatures that don't follow that. So this one here ended up being a rose type of journal. Super pretty. All right, look at that. I chose these papers special, took more time. I love that. That came out of that special book. Got a little glue there. This is a scrapbook paper that is gross. And I'm going to sew it into a big pocket. I do not like that. I like it for this journal. I wouldn't use it otherwise. We've got some grungy coffee. We've got some wallpaper, big giant music. This one is a bigger journal, huge doily. Look at that rose. This is out of a book from Candy. Avocado dyed paper, which I have like 2 sheets of this left. I haven't made any of that. A beautiful, beautiful rose reading card, scrapbook paper, a vintage rose paper on the back of that. There's the envelope that matches that. This paper is from Candy as well, some old paper, and then another rose page here in the middle. So this is a little rose journal signature. It'll be a really small one, and I wanted it to be small simply because it's kind of bigger, and I just thought it would be really pretty. Oh, it's just so pretty. Avocado flip. Love the crunch. Yeah, so this was a rose journal. There's that wallpaper again. And this one I folded down to make it a pocket this way. And I'll collage there or something, probably. With some rose paper that I attached to that vintage lady in the front. This came out of Pioneer Woman. Okay, so this one, I'm not going to cut, wow, I'm not going to cut these pages to fit inside here. This is going to be this layer to look like that. I might cut the doily down because I can't have that sticking out. But I'm going to make it as even as possible and split the difference. So that's this one. And then I made this one, and this is my little art student, and it inspired me from just this one page right here. And this was found in like Munich or something, I'm not sure. It says, this young lady is an art student. And so this is her little art journal. And I want this page to go in there. I found this after I was cleaning up my craft room. The lady had put it maybe in her printer. I'm not sure, but it says, you must live in the present, laugh yourself on every wave, find your eternity in each moment. Henry David Thoreau. But I just like the colors. Like, it looks like watercolor or something. So here she is, and she's going to school. It says inside the botanical gardens. And so I did some doodling. That's terrible doodling, but I had fun doodling. This is a little art journal. Just cute. Just cute. This is some old, like, construction type of paper. Learning to draw. So I took my time with this journal right here. And this was a napkin that I glue sticked. I did not Mod Podge. I do not like Mod Podging. It feels weird. I glue sticked this down, and I like the colors. This was from the Dollar Tree. This one does have a big giant flip out, which I hope you can see. Pull you over a little bit more. So I can attach something to here if I wanted to and have it flip out again. That'd be fun. And put something in this pocket. And then obviously we got to cover that. That's not done. But, you know, with some Tim Holtz fabric. It says nuts and beans. We'll be covering that. I will be covering that. I shouldn't say we, like I'm going to do on camera. I love this little extra coloring with this bunny rabbit right here, like printed out. And then graph paper, so you know you can like sketch your designs. Got to have some of that. This reminded me just kind of school. I didn't really particularly like this page. But then you got this bright green in here. I wanted to pop a wow for some mixed media. It's really strong paper. I thought that'd be a fun page to do that on. And then this one, she goes to French. She's a little French student. She's so cute. Ah. And then you got some tracing paper. You can do a sketch on that. And then a mixed media gel print here on brown paper. And I just had fun making that. Coffee dyed paper. And then this is the same digital you saw in another journal with the same print on the other side. Maybe a different journal. But this was paint from a lady that I watched on Facebook. And she takes the paint and she just dollops them on there, and then you try to doodle in here. I don't have my example to show you because I threw it away. But like, let's see here. Like this could look like a sheep. I can't well, I can show you. We can just randomly, wow, I wasn't planning on this. So this is where you like, it's called a doodle calendar. So I did this for the month of February, and this is what this was from. I did this every day in the month of February, and you just try to find something within the paint. And so I can see a big sheep here. Ooh, that kind of looks weird, huh? I'll give him a little sheepy smile. Some little eyes, and you can doodle it on there. And then here's his fluffy little body. Right there. There he is. Here's my little sheep. See? Kind of, wow, that's ugly, but you know, you get the idea. You just get your creativity going is what I'm trying to say. I did not find a sheep on that one. I did it myself. I don't remember what I found there, but anyways, regardless, back through here. Just a fun little art journal, and I had intended to put this in, see, celebrate every little victory. Yes, and get to color. This is going to be a fun little journal. I'm excited. I have no idea when I'm going to play in it, but I found all the right pages. Made me so happy. And then at the back, I have, again, this is Birdways, and I just attached that to the young lady, the Whales of the Sky, with that cute little bird. And so this isn't the journal cover. This is just the signature, and I want this to go in here. This will be the cover because it's a lot thicker paper, and it gets you ready for school. I just feel like that's amazing. Okay. So both the Rose journal and this journal were supposed to go inside this cover because I made this cover and I was like, it's a little bigger than my normal covers. I wanted a bigger journal. So this one's 6, I think, by 9.5. Yeah, 6 by 9.5. It's just a one signature. Can't tell you what it's made out of. I did sew it. Oh, I can tell you what it's made out of. Haha, I know. This is a flat mail envelope from the post office. You can see the red down here. Yep, that's what that is. And so then I had to make another signature to go inside here. Been busy. So this is some textured butterfly paper. I love that. And I was going to do the same fabric on the inside, and I decided to put this in here. I did ink around it. I've got some sewing down the middle. And then this is going, I just need to like basically sew that in there. So this is the journal for this. We'll take a peek at it. This is going to be a big giant pocket. This is Prima paper. This is some quilling, book quilling. Got a ledger page. Nice fun pocket here with a tab. This was actually made for my altered book that I didn't use. A napkin. I had this in my stash, and so this one came together pretty quickly. This is a digital. No, it's not. It's a scrapbook paper that I printed on the back of. Collage page. How fun is that? I love these candles. I like, it kind of feels like fall again. I love it. Just really relaxing. You get this tin box here. Some coffee dyed composition book, dictionary page, and then coffee dyed paper, a little bit of a doily print here. Music paper with a flip out, and then a huge doily. This one will stay there. This is to cover the center. I was going to use it to go down the spine. I have words. And I decided not to do that. And then in the middle, we've got this gorgeous garden. So it's kind of pinky, but also neutral. Look at that. Shortcut pastry. Some washi here. Yeah, and some greens. And you got some, yeah, pink. Pocket up here. The other one was down here. Really had fun with that. That was really fun. Yeah, this was this journal here. So it finally got a home. I was like bound and determined I'm going to make a journal with this cover because I already had this cover done. So that one's done. Now my other covers that I worked on, I'm not sure. I feel like you've seen this one. I made this one a long time ago. This is the sewing journal. It's 7 by 5 for papers. And then this is the sewing pattern that came from this particular pattern. This is the paper for that. And I made this a long time ago. I was following along with Junie Desiree. So I have the signatures for this, which I'll grab quickly. They're all bundled up. It'll be a 3 signature journal. And it was at my sewing machine because I still need to actually sew. We got to have sewing for the sewing journal. And this one I made when my son was at his appointment. So every day I took these papers with me with a stash of scraps. And I just, I didn't do the sewing. I had that done already. But I just created different things to go in the pockets and added washi tape. With the papers that I had on hand, I did some inking and just trying to be creative with limited supplies, and I think it turned out really cute. Doesn't really speak much to sewing. Look at that little butterfly in there. But that's why we got to add sewing to it. This one does have a sewn double pocket here. Really fun. Here's another pocket, a little with our rub on. Not my favorite, but it'll work. Yeah, so there is sewing pattern right here, just to make sure that we do have that in there for the sewing journal. Oops, there's a piece of scrap. Okay, so these will pop right in here. 3 signature journal. You can see I have a ton of space left in here. Well, maybe not, you can't see that, but so it probably could use another signature, but we're not about that. Nope, we'll chunk it up another way by adding things to it, right? Okay. I feel like I'm talking 1,000 miles a minute. Let me take a breath. All right, more journal covers. Are you guys ready for this? I am so excited. So I did this one here. This is a tall, like, traveler's notebook style. This is from a scrap piece of fabric that I got from a thrift store, and it still needs sewing. I mean, it's massively tall, like ridiculous. Just weird size. So, like, I can't take any of these particular journal covers. I mean, I could, but I would be losing that much of it. And so these are just special. They have to go in a particular size. Nope, not doing it. Let's see here. This guy here is 9.5 by, like, about 4. Yep, 4.5. So traveler's notebook size. It just needs sewing around. That's just brown scrapbook paper. Okay. This one here is interesting. This is wallpaper. It is over either a Cheez-It box or a graham cracker box. And let's see here. I have this on there. So it's kind of, you can kind of hear it crunching. I did glue it down with some Fabri-Tac, and this is another wallpaper on the inside. This is here because it cracked right here in the middle, and I was trying to hide that crack with this. And so once I put the signatures in here, that will just sit there on top of the first one, and that'll be like the first page of the signature. So I'll be sewing right through that. So that's a different way to, you know, cover up some mistakes. I don't love this. I was just trying to figure out how to play with that wallpaper. Yeah, so that was an experiment, but made a journal cover out of it. I've got a couple more to show you. I think I've shown you some of them maybe, but these are all the ones I have sitting around. I'm looking like if there's anything extra. Yep. So these are all scraps. And this is when my sons would allow me to be downstairs. I would do the sewing and gluing and all that kind of fun thing. So these are all pink. They're all very similar. This one still needs something on the inside. Very small spine here. So fun. So fun. You get to decide which way you want to use it. Love it. And then I've got a teenier one here. This one has brown on the edge. This one will probably go this way. And this one is almost done. So I've glued this, and I have to go back around and sew on that brown fabric. Super cute. Yep. And then this is even a smaller weird one. I believe this is, yes, this is a Kraft macaroni and cheese box. My son loves that, and I was like, I wonder if I can make a journal out of that. Teeny tiny little journal. That'll fit in my, it's quite fat, but it would fit in my purse or something. And it's got random, like, this is very random scraps on there. Yeah, just having fun. Here's another wallpaper one that I made out of some wallpaper roll that I had. So I had to lay it flat. And this is the entire roll here. So it's this lady in her garden, and this is her little garden cottage. I almost said cabin. Her little cottage. And it needs sewing around. It's kind of, you know, bulky and bulging out. Again, still trying to figure out how to work with that. Wallpaper for covers. It's just, I think you just need a soft wallpaper cover. I don't know. That's that one. Here's this one. I believe this is the one that I showed you, and I told you I was going to fold it up and make it a pocket. So now it's done, and it has textured, sorry about that, textured cardstock there. Lots of different things. So I was just trying to play with piecing and working more like, I don't want to say quilting, but just sewing scraps. I just like the way it looks. This one's a little more pink for me. I prefer this, obviously, for the front. It's just a lot of pink. I'm trying to use up the pink fabric because, got too much. And then this one's my favorite. This one, I was practicing for my daughter. And so I took pieces that were her grandma's fabrics that I acquired from her. And they are, let's see. Nope. Those are from the thrift store. I don't have any left over on here to show you, but they were turquoise. I do have some in my drawer, but I don't have any here. But I made her a little placemat thingy, and I needed it to be, or I wanted it to be, with no sewing and have it rolled over and bunched down. I have no idea how I did this. I watched a video, like probably 3 videos. I don't remember how to do it. And then, so this is how I was doing it before, and I didn't want to have all these, more rough or rustic looking, that's terrible sewing there, and that got caught up in the machine. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted it to be nice. And so I took my time and I figured out how to do that with this. And that's the back. So it is blue foam. It's really squishy. It's huge. And it needs trimmed down. And I like that it is all different. Every single piece of fabric on here is different. And then I accented little pieces here and there with the zigzag sewing. Little bits and pieces. So if we fold this one in half, which, oh, I quite like that up there in the corner. There's a little piece. Here's one. Here's one of her grandma's pieces right here. This one is. Or you could even go this way with that beautiful fabric there. Ah, yeah. So I don't have any more scraps. That's the one nice thing about this. This one's, yeah, it's about 9.5 tall by 6.5 wide. And I bought some pinking shears. I've been wanting to use that to go around the edge and have it be that fun, like, triangle cut. And yeah, so these are all what I've done throughout the summer. I thought I stayed quite busy, which this one might end up being a 2 signature journal. Let's just pop 2 in here and see how we feel. Yeah, 2 signature journal. Look at that. Boom. Done. Anyways, I hope you had fun checking out my channel and maybe found some inspiration here, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.